What's up, fam? I am Justin, and welcome to this series of Live the Verse. Have you ever expected or wished for something to be true? Well, let me share this promising verse with you. It says in Mark 11, verse 24, "Therefore, I say to you, all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them, and they will be granted to you." One of the most essential things in our Christian life is our faith. Jesus says that if you have faith, you can command a mountain to jump into the sea. He taught them that they must ask in His name and that their prayers must be in accordance with God's will. If you remain in Him and His will, your prayers will be granted to you. Prayer is the great privilege of the child of God. It is simply amazing that we can come to God through Christ and that He grants us to ask Him for things. The question here is, what does it mean to believe you have received it? Many have employed positive thinking techniques when praying, and only to be disappointed. Belief is the faith that He said it comes from abiding in Him and in His Word. When God reveals that He is doing something, the disciple often will just know. God will still answer prayers when we are unsure. Even then, we must have a genuine belief in asking. This is the confidence we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. And that if we know He hears us in whatever we ask, we know that we have obtained the requests made of Him. As Christians, we are very privileged. He is our Father, and we can come to Him freely and boldly. He doesn't hesitate to give us what we request. This is how a loving Father He is to us as His children. We understand whatever accords with God's will, and we understand that undoubting faith is only possible where God reveals that He wills to do in response to faith. In the scripture, God has revealed His intentions to save, sanctify, and supply the material needs of those who call upon Him. And finally, the greatest promise of all revealed in scripture is that God will work in everything together for our good. And this means that even though we may have doubts that many of our specific requests will be granted, yet we need to have no doubt at all that God will always give us what is best for us. That is it for this Live the Verse. I hope you learned something. Peace, yo.